Hey, Gun with Kill. Give me just a second. All right. Well, I have no idea what happened. I couldn't connect with Streamlabs. I couldn't connect with the YouTube app. I'm at 7-Eleven. I'm like, Pat, can you connect? No, it's not the weather. The weather's fine. I asked Pat to connect. He was able to connect, but I couldn't stream. And I restarted the phone twice, and it just would not work. And so I was like, all right, Pat, well, I was going to hang out, man. Yeah, it's not working, so I'll chat with you later. So I came back to the house, and I've been screwing with Streamlabs, trying to get it going, trying to get it to work, and it just kept freezing. And I kept trying also the YouTube app, and it would just say that there was an error or some crap. And now suddenly the YouTube app started working, but not still not Streamlabs. So anyways, yeah, damn it. I was just about to tell some stories too when I got in the car, which I will still tell, but let me go and get a bottle of water. I'll be right back. And I'm back. So, all right, looks like a couple of people showed back up. That sucked, man. I lost the whole damn audience. Nice car curtains and stuff. What are you guys talking about? Are you talking about my room? That's my extra mattress. I have 2 beds. I had been sleeping on 2 beds, but while I was gone, Eric took one of the mattresses off and piled it over there against the wall. I guess soundproofing the room. I don't know. Anyways, guys, so I have absolutely no idea what happened, but I am back, thank God. And anyways, I'm going to go ahead and tell these stories. I don't care if nobody's here. What's up there, road trip? Hey, 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 hey. I keep saying that tonight. So yeah, so I took my car, and I don't think you guys was here in any of this. You was expecting me to be driving? No, because you didn't get to hear, Halika. Okay. That's why you're on about that. Yeah, I'm back in California, Andrew. So let me just tell you guys, I was doing a stream just a couple of minutes ago, and I decided to leave the house, and I was going to go down to 7-Eleven. I was going to stream at 7-Eleven with Pat, just get out of the house, and suddenly the stream stopped working, and I realized it wasn't working when I got into 7-Eleven. I looked at the phone, I could see that the thing had died, so I restarted the stream, and it just froze up. What's up there, Boondog? So yeah, the stream died. I couldn't get it to I couldn't get Streamlabs to work. I couldn't get the YouTube app to work. I restarted the phone a couple times. And finally, I just told Pat, man, it's not working. I'm going to go home. I'm just going to call it quits. But I came back here and I kept playing with the phone and restarting and all that kind of crap. And suddenly the YouTube app decided to work. So here I am with you guys. So, but I'm not going to go back out now. I think I'm getting a headache, actually, suddenly. My eyes are hurting. My head is hurting. Anyways, I wanted to tell you guys this 2 stories. So I was starting to tell the story when I got in the car, but obviously I lost you guys before that. But I've been going to Pep Boys now for about a month. Getting all kinds of work done in my car. And every time I go there to Pep Boys, they end up screwing something up, whether it's the work or how much they charge me or whatever. Anyways, I was there a couple days ago. I got my car inspected so I could drive for Lyft, and had to get 2 new tires, get the tires aligned, blah, blah, blah. Well, anyways, I get the work done and I leave, and immediately I start hearing the sound like in the back right tire. Well, I had just spent 4.5 hours at Pep Boys, so I was like, hell no, I'm not going back. I'll do this another day. Well, I ended up driving and working for the last couple. Well, I didn't put in a lot of hours, to be quite honest, because I just wasn't feeling it. You know what I mean? But I still did get on the freeway several times and was doing like 80 miles an hour and stuff. And then I hear this sound coming from my back right tire. And well, this morning when I left the house, I was just going out to drive. I thought, you know what? I'm going to pull over right now and figure out what the hell that sound is. So I pull over to the side of the road and I push on my tire. And they hadn't tightened up the lug nuts on the back right tire. I had been driving, for days on a tire that wasn't secured. It could have come off at any time. I could have been going down the freeway at 80 miles an hour, and the tire could have gone past me, and be like, oh, there goes my tire. Somebody could have been killed, I cannot believe that. Yeah, it happened. And, man, you know what? I was really freaking pissed at first. I was driving down there, and I'm like, man, I'm going to fucking give these guys a piece of my mind. Ah! But then I thought, you know what? It's just not going to do me any good. What's the point in going down there and just flipping my freaking wig? All I wanted to do was go down there, get in there, get them to tighten the damn lug nuts down. I said, I want you to go all the way around the car and make sure every single one of them is tight. And so they did. And they gave me the car back, and I just left. I didn't cause a big stink or anything. I didn't get all fucking pissed off. I just, I just was like, just stay calm, because there's just no way, this isn't going to make it better if I freak out. So, yeah, make them credit that service. That probably would have been a good idea, but yeah. So, anyway, so that's how I started off my day. And I only drove a really short time today, and I wanted to go out on this hike, and I wanted to do this live stream today, and then the signal was bad, of course, but I should have known better up in that area in the mountains. But I thought I'd give it a go, and it just didn't work, and that kind of pissed me off. And then I started thinking about the comments that have been coming in on my videos, and I was like, I'm going to make a video right here, a pre-recorded one. I'm going to just let everybody know how I'm feeling. So I made that video, and I almost didn't release it. I was like, I don't know if I should do this because I sound so angry and pissed off, and I was, honestly. I could have probably let that go and not made a video, and I would have lived and life would have gone on. But I was just like, I just felt that just felt right at the time when I made it. It just all came out. So, yeah. So I went ahead and made it. But then afterwards, I'm thinking, fuck. I wonder how many people are like taking this shit personally. What's up there, Racer Tracer? I wonder how many people were taking what I said personally, because I was talking about how everybody was basically agreeing, hey, stop drinking, stop smoking, get some exercise, lose some weight. And I agree with all that stuff. I mean, that's why I've been talking about this for quite a while, and I've made videos, and I've taken you guys out on walks and hikes and all kinds of stuff, but the whole fact that there were people trying to make it out as if, I just wasn't listening to them, it was their idea, and blah, 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 that kind of just got on my nerves. So I made that video. What's up there, Chris K? It's actually kind of different to use the YouTube app. I can see your guys' little pictures and everything, Gone with a Kill and Chris's picture, and Eddie. Even though I know what some of you look like, I can actually see it in the YouTube app. That's one good thing. In Streamlabs, all I see is your name. There's no pictures of any kind. If you censor your thoughts, then what kind of a self-expression is that? Yeah, that's right. Well, I did censor my thoughts and the things that I was going to say in that video today. I got to be quite honest, because I did not want to single any one person out and say, hey, look what this person did. Look what this person is saying about me. I didn't want to set the hobo dogs loose on this one particular viewer or others. I just was getting that off my chest. So that's why I didn't mention anybody's name. And but I was able to get what I needed off my chest without singling anybody out, which I thought was the better idea. But yeah, I was really close to not letting that video out, because I just thought, people are gonna be taking this shit personal, because you know how they are. Like, if you go and you post something on Facebook and it's like a meme or something, maybe, it could be about anything, relationships, honesty, trust, whatever. People think, oh, he posted that meme about me. I've seen it happen 1,000 times, and here I am making a video talking shit about, basically the same thing that everybody was agreeing on. Everyone was agreeing, hey, stop the drinking, stop the smoking, get some exercise. I didn't want everyone to feel that I was attacking them personally for them saying that. It was just, whatever. I think you guys get my point. Right. Dang, you reached 50 or mellowing like a fine aged wine. Yeah, you know what? I am way, way more mellower than what I ever used to be. That is for sure. People are quite self-absorbed. There's no doubt about that. Jimi, you never said why you were depressed, so people made their own assumptions. Yeah, I think I did actually touch on a few things, but I got things going on in my life that I'm just not bringing out and talking about here on YouTube. But for me, it's definitely still like the usual stuff, the whole guilt thing about leaving my kids and coming out here and knowing what my youngest daughter continues to go through back at home with her mother, and wanting to help her, but I can't. I want to bring her out here, but I'm not going to force her. I want her to make that decision herself, and I can't force her to help herself. She has to make the decision herself, just like me. I have to be the one that wants to help myself. I have to be the one that wants to quit the drinking, smoking, get the exercise in, lose the weight, and I whatever. I'm not gonna go off on that right now, but anyway. So yeah, my daughter, my kids, that shit still obviously bugs me. That bugs me like every day. But then of course I have the pain in my back and my whole work situation and what I'm doing in life here at 51 years old, 21 I meant, 21 years old, and not knowing what the hell I'm going to do with my life. Uh, you know, that's really not that big of a deal to me. I've actually been feeling kind of pretty good with myself. I think. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I think we could all live better in some ways. Nobody's life is perfect, but there's a lot of things that I would like to improve in my life. So yeah, there's shit that brings me down and brings me down on a daily basis. But I've talked about this too in the past that some people, they don't need a reason. People could have like a chemical imbalance in the brain that causes this clinical type of depression. Not saying that that's what's going on with me, but that's the truth. And I've done videos on this in the past too about famous rich people that seem to have everything. They have the dream life, and then they go off and they kill themselves. And people are like, "Oh my God, why did this person do that? Why did they kill themselves? They had everything. They had the world by the balls." But then they people never stop and think, well, maybe this person had clinical depression. He had a chemical imbalance in his brain, and so he offed himself. And so there's always those people, absolutely, and people do not think about that. And Chris K says, "Enter demons." I got a lot of demons in my past. Lot of monkeys on my back from the past that won't go away. You got those scars that won't ever heal. Chris K, yeah, he's got 2 ex-wives. I got one. One was enough, brother. I learned my lesson the first time. Uh, so yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on in my life. Holy cow, getting me going. My old man committed suicide over 10 years ago. It's gotten better, but I always carry that with me. Yeah, I don't know you Oscar Butts, but I definitely would think that something like that's going to be something you're going to end up carrying with you for the rest of your life. No, my ex's boyfriend has been out of the picture for some time. He moved out some time ago. Just go to DJ and become a pimp. I'll be a VIP customer. Yeah. So, yeah, but honestly, I could never put my finger on it. Miles, what's happening? And I've actually gone through this quite a bit, guys. I've had many days where I wake up and I'm just like, I don't want to get out of this bed. I don't want to do shit. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't, I guess it makes it worse too, being single, not having anyone around, not having a girlfriend, a wife, having a kid around, having someone close to speak to. I mean, Eric has been a close, a good long time friend, but it's not like we get together really and have heart to hearts. That's a very rare thing, and usually when those deep feelings actually do end up coming out of us, it's usually after one or two of us or both of us have had a drink or two. You know what I'm saying? Loosens up the old tongue, and you're able to let things go a lot easier. But yeah, not having someone close around bottling shit up can make things worse, that's for sure. Anyway, Miles, where in the hell have you been? Miles, did you see my new video? I'd like to know. Ever thought of buying a $25,000 house and having your own place in peace? No. And in fact, let's just say, what's up there, Alpha Farmers? If I had 25 grand and if I knew a spot in the world where I could buy a home, would I do it? You know, after all the shit I've done, I don't think so. I mean, I would have to be really comfortable with where that property would be. I mean, if I had 25 grand right now and if I were thinking about buying a place, I'd probably get some kind of home on wheels. Even though I don't like living in a car, a van or something like that, maybe an RV might be an idea, but I don't think so. Right now, I'm really loving the thought of going down to TJ and hanging out on the beach. Niagara Fall area, listen to the water. That and freeze your ass off in winter. No. Jimi the Hobo ain't into freezing his sack off. No, thank you very much. Yes, I did. I had a fifth wheel once. I had a monster fifth wheel. It was a really nice fifth wheel. I really enjoyed living in that fifth wheel, and I would definitely live that life again, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt I would live in an RV again. No problem. It's a good way to live, actually. Are you asking me, Miles, if I had a 250 or a 350? Fuck, it was a 350. Yeah, do I look like a Juno? Did you say you seen the movie or the video today? Miles, how about you, Road Trip Eddie? Did you see the video I made today? Where I was going cray cray. 350 actually was not too much for that trailer. The reason I got that truck was because of the weight of the trailer. The 250 could not haul it, and there was no other truck. I mean, I could have gone with Chevy, but no, I ended up, yeah, time for anger management classes. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, it was a dually. What's up there, Walking Journey? How's it going? Guys don't know, Walking Journey is a friend of mine, Black Bigots. He has a channel. I believe I know for sure he streams. I don't know if he does any videos. But you guys could maybe check him out, show him a little support. Okay, Boomer. So, yeah, Boomer. That must be the new thing that kids say. I guess they think that that's like insulting older people. Young kids are so ignorant and not very well educated, and I think that somebody of my age and Kev TV's age falls into the baby boomer age, which we do not. And yeah, I'm a Generation X. That's right. You're at the ER at the moment. Well, you must not be that fucked up if you're watching me on YouTube. Alright, guys, we got 33 in here and only 3 thumbs up. Come on, guys. Hit the thumbs up. Show a little love. Yeah, but I guess that the young kids think, I guess maybe Boomer just sounds degrading. I don't know. But it's really quite silly. Calling everybody a Boomer is pretty dumb. Oh, it's your son? Well, I hope everything turns out all right out there, Walking Journey. I'm guessing he's going to be all right if you're watching YouTube, yeah? I know if there was something seriously wrong with one of my daughters, I would not be watching YouTube. my daughter, my youngest daughter, when she was young, I had this dog. I got it for the kids, got it from the pound, and this dog was like a medium-sized dog. And we had this big old, like 30-foot long leash for this kid. No, I'm not a boomer. Fuck off. God damn it, Miles. We had this like 30-foot long leash, and my youngest kid is holding the dog on the leash, and the dog comes running from like 30 feet from behind my kid, and she's got the leash around her wrist, and the dog just tears past her, and I'm like, oh my god, let go of the leash. Nothing I could do. The power of the dog and the strap coming from underneath her legs whipped her feet up, flipped her around, and she landed face first in the dirt out in the desert on her face, knocked her the fuck out. And I was like, oh my god, I was gonna kill that fucking dog. I didn't do it, but that dog did have to go. Anyways, I ended up I took my daughter immediately to the hospital, and had to get her, checked out for concussion and all that, and she ended up spending the night in the hospital down in Albuquerque, downtown Presbyterian. And me and the ex at the time were going through the divorce and fighting. And I mean, we were just fucking at each other's throats. And of course, she just starts blaming me for everything. This is your fault, and how could you do this to her? And you're a fucking piece of shit. And I'm just like feeling so bad as it is, and I'm thinking I'm gonna kill this bitch. I'm gonna put my hands around your fucking throat. I'm gonna choke the looking like it. But I didn't. What ended up happening, I ended up spending the night in the bed with my daughter. We slept together in a little hospital bed. And my ex-wife, I made her fucking sit on the fucking chair and fall asleep right there. I spent the whole night crawled next to my little daughter, and I felt so bad. And I swear to God, my ex-wife was just so horrible. She knew how I felt. I was just like fucking... I felt so bad just watching that happen to my daughter, and then actually still feeling responsible for the fact that I let her hold the leash, and then that happened to her. But oh man, it was just with the ex-wife, just like, how could you do this to her? It's your fault. I just wanted to fucking pow. As many times as I wanted to do that to her, and worse, believe me, worse, I never ever laid hands on my ex-wife. Jimmy, you seem like you're losing it. Oh, you haven't seen anything yet, actually. Is K-Dog in the house? I did see him in the Discord earlier today. He left a message. I didn't see him anywhere here. Yeah, but anyways, who said that? Oh, there's K-Dog. What's up, K-Dog? Somebody had said, oh, Leroy was saying that I sound like I'm losing it. I think I've got a video on our Discord group where I went off. If you're new here, you got to understand that sometimes I will exaggerate things, and I will do a little bit of acting for the drama, for the content. But I did do one video one time where we had a troll that came into the video, and I'd been outside drinking with Eric at the Tiki Bar, and this troll came in and said, "Hey, Jimmy, why don't you tell us how you used to beat your ex-wife and your kids?" I was like, okay, fine. You want to hear about it? Here you go. So I think I had started off saying, yeah, well, first I start with the children, and I beat them until they're knocked out. Then I pick up their limp bodies and I beat the ex-wife over her head until she was dead silent too. Then I sit down on the couch, turn the TV on, and crack a Stella. Say, finally, silence, or some shit like that. Anyway, so yeah, if you join the Discord, that video is probably on there. You'll find all kinds of fucking weird, crazy ass shit on there. I say and do all kinds of stuff all the time. But if you get to know me, I'm not such a bad guy after all. I think even the ex-wife would say that. Wouldn't you guys? Chris K with the $10. Look at you, man. Thank you very much. Praying for you, brother. Thank you very much. Sorry, I got a fucking message from YouTube, and I said to ignore it, and it took me to some YouTube page, and it cut off. Anyways, Chris, again, thank you very much for that $10. I appreciate it, my friend. Ray, what's happening? I forgot where I was, what I was saying. I take all my anger out on my dingus. Oh, that you're poor dingus, Oscar. You're poor dingus. Find it, fix it. I got high blood pressure now, Jimmy. Well, what you gonna do about it? So I have been taking my 1,000 milligrams of fish oil. In fact, I am not sure if I took one of these tonight or not, but I guess I can't overdose from fish oil, so I will just take another one of these things right now. So I'm taking these. This is 1,000 milligrams of fish oil. And the doctor gave me this for supposedly I have high triglycerides, which she says is the beginning or developing heart disease. So that's some of the reasons I had decided to quit the smoking and the drinking and all that stuff, or I've been trying to do that. Go vegan. I know. I actually really should. In fact, this morning, instead of going on that hike, I was thinking about going to back to what was the name of that restaurant? Leo's Superfood. But I didn't do it. And Miles with the $20. Thank you very much, Miles. Man, you the man. Thanks for being you. Bye. Alright, let me drop this. Oh, and I got another story for you. I got this story that you guys gotta hear. So, and I posted this actually on Instagram yesterday. Was it yesterday? I'm pretty sure it was yesterday. So I'm driving and I'm like in LA somewhere. I don't remember where. And I pull up to this place to go pick up a passenger, I think. And when I get there, some woman comes walking out of this apartment building and she's got like fucking scabs and shit on her face. And the first thing I'm thinking is, oh, she looks like a fucking drug addict. And of course, she comes right over to me, to my car. I roll down the window and I say J, because that was the letter that she had put for her name in the app for me to pick her up. I'm like, Jay? She's like, yeah. She's like, oh, you're just taking this mail to my brother. And she hands this handful of mail into me in my car. And I'm like, yeah, okay, no problem, whatever. I've done this before. I've taken packages or whatever to people and dropped it off. No problem. Well, then I get on the road and I start to think, I wonder if this woman's got me running dope for her. Because I'm looking over at the at the mail that I've got sitting on my seat. And I can tell it looks like it's nothing but junk mail with a rubber band around it. I'm like, man, no. Could she? Could she? I said, well, there's nobody here but me in the mail, so let me find out. So I take a look. And what is it? It's nothing but junk mail in one envelope. That's not addressed. No name, no address, no nada. And I pick it up and I feel it. And as you guys know, most of you guys know, I've done a little bit of drugs in my day. Well, I could feel in this paper envelope, I could feel a little plastic square baggie that had some little rocks in there. It felt like an 8-ball. And I was like, son of a bitch. Fuck. Sure enough. And so the trip that I was making for this person was going to take 45 minutes in rush hour traffic. And I'm thinking, oh, fuck, man. Now what do I do? Should I go ahead and continue on? Should I make this delivery? And I started thinking, oh, fuck that bitch, man. You know, I'm out here trying to make a living, an honest living, picking people up and driving them around, you know, putting up with people's shit and putting up with this traffic. And this bitch got me fucking running drugs. Fuck her. I'm going to cancel this ride and I'm keeping that bitch's dope. And I think, no, I'm not going to do that. And I started thinking to myself, I'm not going to do that because I don't do dope anymore. So then I started thinking, well, but you know, you could take it and you could sell it and you're going to earn a lot more money from that than what you would from making this delivery right now. And I started thinking, ah, fuck. Well, then what if they call and they say, well, you know, he didn't deliver my stuff. But then I started thinking, well, they're not going to fucking say, hey, I sent my drugs with this driver to go be delivered and he didn't deliver my dope. So anyways, in the end, all the stuff's running around my brain. What do I do? What do I do? And right at the end, I got to the street and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to end the ride and I'm going to keep the dope. Fuck it. It's a win-win. And then in the end, I did not do that. I ended up handing over the dope to the guy. And so I was supposed to go to this address, and I get to the address, and as soon as I get there, I see some guy come get out of a car a couple houses up and come walking down to me and to get the mail and get the dope. And I handed it to him. I didn't even say anything. I was just like, wow. And so anyways, I started thinking about that afterwards. I drove away and there was nothing else to be said about it. But I started thinking, wow, I wonder what their policy is, because I've actually done this many times, not delivered mail, but delivered packages. And usually they're for like countries, like companies. Like last year, I remember I went and I was making a lot of deliveries for the studios, picking up packages of like, there was some TV show and they were giving away prizes to people in Los Angeles or something like that. And I did a whole bunch of those. And I think I picked up mail for some other people before as well. Yeah, I just don't know what that policy is on making those kind of deliveries. Drugs in your innocent pink, well moisturized hands. Come on, Jimmy Impossible. Let me get my chart here. Okay, well, that's not happening. I got my chart charger plugged to the wall and it just does not want to come out, so I will use the backup battery. So anyways, yeah, so Timmy got smoky silk hands. Well, they're not calloused or anything anymore, that's for sure. There's a whole lot of chugga going on. I get lonely at nighttime, guys, so guy has needs. A man has needs, Gotta release a little pressure, if you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I was thinking, shit, what should I do about that in the future? I've been thinking about contacting them and asking, what's your policy now on delivering packages? Because I don't want to fucking, if a cop would have pulled me over, could you imagine me trying to explain that away? Oh yeah, that's not mine. That old story. That's not mine. Yeah, oh, it's in your car. Well, where the fuck did it come from if it's not yours, That's funny. Eric Clapton is a slow hand. Jimi is a smooth hand. Rosie and her 5 friends. Yeah, don't just imagine trying to explain that away to the police. I just thought, this wouldn't be good. Last friggin' thing I would need. I mean, man, talk about that would be like the ultimate bad luck. Getting pulled over by the cops and going to jail because I'm making a delivery for some fucking bitch that couldn't give a goddamn shit about me. So she could make probably a couple bucks. Guy probably paid her by PayPal or something. And she fucking shipped the stuff over to him in a car. That's just the world we live in today. Well, I wish I had it this easy back in the day when I was doing dope. Actually, back in the day when I was doing dope, I'd have the dope dealer. They would bring my shit to me, and then everybody would come to me. So I actually had it pretty good back in the day. I don't know why I feel so hot in here tonight. I need to take it off. Take it off. Take it all off. Actually, that feels much better. Hobo, date a grandma, no worries about price. Well, you just wanted to strip down, be honest. That's right, I did. I wanted to strip down. Most of the girls my age these days, walking journey, they are grandmas. I swear, like all my friends, pretty much that I know that are my age, are grandparents, but not me, thank God. Honestly, I've always felt this way. I know it's kind of stupid to say, but I just felt like if I were to become a grandpa, that would make everything official that I'm old. Thankfully, I didn't have my first child till I think I was 32. So, yeah, I'm good. Hopefully I won't have any grandchildren for about another 20 years. Your day is coming. No, it's not. Gone with a kill. You take that back. I don't think I got sunburned. Shit, I wasn't there that long. Can't hardly see me with this YouTube app either. You only get a small portion of me in. Oh yeah, look at all that sexiness. Not everybody can be as sexy as me. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. I make a great Santa Claus, man. I just need to grow out my beard a little bit. How long do you think it'll take me to lose that belly, man? It looks so huge on camera like that. Look at that. Bam. Look at that. Like takes up the whole screen. It's like a fucking, like a bowling ball. Bam! I'll lose it once I give birth to the twins, that's right. Yeah, I am obviously overweight. I don't know how much I weigh now because I don't have my scale here anymore. It's in New Mexico. But at my heaviest, I don't know what I should weigh. I'm guessing I should probably, ideally, weigh about 175. And I think when I did the last weigh-in with Black Bigot, when we started this most recent weight loss challenge, I weighed in at like 256 or something like that. I know I've lost some weight, but still, whatever. You figure I gotta lose at least 75 pounds. Um, so I don't know how long it would take me. How tall am I? Now I am 5'8". I think I used to be 5'8.5", but I've shrank. I think I've shrank by about a half inch. I don't know if it was caused by my surgery or by old age or what, but yeah, I think I'm a half inch shorter than what I used to be once upon a time. You cut down soda cold turkey, lost 10 pounds. Yeah, I'm actually not doing the soda stuff. I'm trying to do a little bit healthier eating, get away from. It's like baby steps, really. The alcohol, that's a big thing for me. That's a big weight gainer. Next would be to cut out fast food. And soda, I don't drink too much soda. And usually, if I do or drink soda, it's when I am eating fast food. We were talking about my height. Miles, I believe it was Halika, asked how tall I am, and I used to be 5'8.5", but now I'm like 5'8", so I shrank a half inch. Beer and bread are the worst. That's another thing. Yeah, I've been having a whole hard time getting away from the bread and stuff. Like if I go and I have a hamburger or something, I eat the bun. If I gotta have a sandwich and all that. Set of dumbbells, 15-pounders, work out your arms. I say if you work out your legs and arms with light weights and high reps, your gut goes away. I don't know what I'm going to do, but definitely, as I was trying to do today, go on a hike. I want to get back out and start doing the things that I was doing before, like going to Lake Hollywood. I actually really kind of wanted to go there a lot today too, but I knew that there's no real signal there. I would have had to have done a pre-recorded video, and I really didn't want to do that. I want to do a live stream, but anyways, I'm going to get back doing my my walking, and I'm going to do some morning streams. I've been getting asked about that. There's a lot of people that would like for me to do morning streams again. Chris K saying you should lose weight in Mexico. Yeah, I think so as well, especially living on the beach, because I will definitely take my ass out there and walk down the shoreline probably all the time. Also, I have not quit my gym membership. I actually was thinking about doing it since I'm not in New Mexico, but I thought, Well, if I'm going into San Diego every day, I could go to the gym and go work out. So a leak at food poisoning in Southeast Asia might help out with weight loss. Yeah. I had that before. Cream pie granny. Come on, walking journey. What is it with you and these grannies? You got a granny fetish? Huh? Huh? Your grandma treats you extra special when you was a young little boy there walking journey? What is that? Gone with a kill. Pescatarian? Try raw carnivore. Go get a tapeworm. uh, yeah, I don't know. I was thinking too, if I ended up going instead of going the real cheap route and getting a very inexpensive home in Playas, if I spent more money and got into a nicer place, like one of these nice new high rises that have like gyms in the building and they have swimming pools and jacuzzis, I was thinking, man, living like that could benefit me so much more, being able to sit in a hot jacuzzi when my back is killing me, having a gym, just go walk, downstairs, upstairs, wherever it might be, and just go work out. Don't have to make excuses about having to drive through traffic or the weather stopping me or anything else like that at any time of the day or night. Could just go down to the gym and go work out. That would be really good. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Yeah, I will be going out with expat, and we will be looking around and considering some places for me to live. You think you need to be taught how to change your eating lifestyle? Well, definitely. Yeah, I've learned a lot about eating, but I guess it's more about putting it into practice. I've learned about the keto diet, and definitely I think that helps. But I think it's stuff that's like kind of real obvious. Um, Eating more fruits and vegetables, less breads and rice and pasta and all that kind of stuff. Your heart, stop eating red meat. Is red meat bad for the heart? Gone with a kill? That's something that I actually need to look into. I need to look into heart healthy food. The only heart healthy food that I really know of is oatmeal. I know that's good for you. And oh, Jimmy, there's a house I saw for rent in my subdivision this afternoon. Don't know how much, but I'd say $400 range. It's a 2-bedroom house. Interesting. Get a girlfriend, Jimmy, and start to work out. No equipment needed unless you want it. Yeah, exactly. I do need to find me a girl that will just fuck me till I'm skinny. I mean, because fucking actually is a fantastic workout. You know, the whole, especially, it would really strengthen my lower back. That's a damn good idea, Halika, I must say. What Halika said. Um, Well, I did not know that red meat was really bad for your heart. So I guess that's something that I should cut out right away then, huh? Jimmy joined Grinder. You find a workout buddy tonight. Grinder, that's one of those like Tinder things. You know what? I've joined those dating app things before, and I don't think I ever got a a response. I'm just too fucking old and ugly, I guess. Yeah, I fucking completely forget every time I minimize the YouTube app, it disconnects. Oh, grinders for boys only. Largest social networking app of gay, bi, trans, and queer people. Who recommended that? Miles? Fuck you, Miles. Oh. You know, the only time that I actually placed an ad, and I want to say it was on Craigslist. That was when I was living in the trailer. I placed an ad, and I think it was for a friends only kind of ad. I was just looking for a friend, a girl to fucking hang out with. And I hooked up with that one girl that was out for money. If you guys remember her, I don't remember her name, but you know, every time I seen her, it was money this, money that, money, 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 and I was like, oh no, this ain't happening. So I ended up not hooking up with her. I honestly, trying to think, you know, I really think that the only girl that I really dated was, since I've been divorced, was this girl Kelly. And I was with her about 6 months, and she got like super, super possessive. And I had to let that one go too. But yeah, as far as like a girlfriend, I think that's been about it. I mean, I've gotten laid, but I haven't been in the dating scene. Did I show her the videos? I don't recall that. It's every other girl. Phil McCracken. I haven't heard that one before. I've seen the Bend Over name before. You know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down to Tijuana. I'm going to stream every night from downtown until I get $20 in donations, and that will be enough for me to go and get a hooker. And every night I'm going to stream from downtown TJ. $20. Give me $20. Give me $20. I'll take you guys with me until I pick her out. Walk behind her up the stairs to the cheap, sleazy, cockroach-infested hotel. Use condoms upon the steps. It's got a certain smell of like spunk as soon as you walk in. But yeah, $20 every night. Shit, maybe I'll go and I'll bait donos so I can get more money so I can get the higher class hooker. What would it take for you to go down to Muscle Beach wearing a thong and rollerblades? Oh, no. Nobody should have to see that. I would probably get arrested for indecency. You need a nice girl who will make you burgers. What? Burgers? We were just talking about that West Coast girl. We were talking about red meat and how it's really bad for the heart, and I actually need to look out for my heart. Actually, you know, sex would probably be a really good thing for me, for my heart too, besides losing weight and strengthening my lower back. You know, I think I'm starting to think sex is something that I should really look into a lot more. Find you a lady to toss yourself. Oh no. Well, actually, you know, I don't know how much I should be saying on this channel. Well, I guess I've already said it all. I've only had that happen once, Oscar. A girl just went down on my ass, man. She was like, whoa! I swear, when that happened, I was like, whoa! What is she doing? Seriously, that kind of freaked me out. I was like, oh. But I didn't say no. I was just like, hey, whatever. Whoa. Look into this thing called sex, Jimmy. I hear people like it. Honestly, it's quite true. It's been lacking in my life for quite some time. No licky the booty. Well, trust me, she didn't get a kiss afterwards. It's not like we was making out, swapping spit, fucking trying to choke her with my tongue or anything like that. She was a doctor checking my prostate. I'm not sure what she was doing down there, Lincoln, but I was like, go ahead if you want. I'm not going to say nothing. Yeah. So. Yeah, honestly, I do need to find a girlfriend. I mean, this goes back to the whole story that Miles was telling about his buddy. His buddy, that was trying to lose weight, quit drinking, quit smoking, got himself a new girlfriend, got a new job, got all this stuff, and it gets to be too much at once. And I think that a new girlfriend probably. I mean, I guess it'd be a lot more of a possibility of getting a girlfriend going down and getting my own place. For starters, that would be one. Bringing a girlfriend back to a bedroom that has numerous other people in the house. I never thought that would be a good idea. I also having my own place, great idea, but also getting stable in one place, working a job one place, losing weight. I start feeling better about myself and my surroundings and everything. Then, yeah, I'll probably get more into maybe seeking out or at least going on a date. I mean, shit, I really haven't even been on a date. Trying to think. I think it's been a really, really long time. I can't even remember. Honestly, I don't know when was the last time I was on a date. That's pretty bad, I guess. But I haven't been looking. I haven't really cared. It really hasn't been on the top of my list of things to do, to be quite honest. I've really kind of, I don't know. I guess you could say I've had no desire. I like the idea of getting laid, but the whole boyfriend, girlfriend, dating type of thing, I don't know. That just has not been high on my list of things to do. That's why I'm so angry, because I need to get laid. $10 is a dream. What are you talking about, Gone with a Kill? $10 hooker? My MCA is expensive here. $65 a month. What? What, not having a girlfriend you think is part of my depression? No, not at all. No, not at all. It's not like I'm not, what do they call those guys? An incel. Involuntarily celibate. I just haven't cared. I like the idea. Honestly, yeah. A girlfriend, someone around would be cool. And I think that's more of a possibility when I move. Yeah, sure. $10 hooker, yikes. Miles, I guess you weren't watching that one stream when I was walking down the street in Tijuana and that little fat girl came up to me and said, $5, sir, $5. She was a little roly-poly. She looked like one of the Munchkin men, but she was just like fat and round. She wanted to fuck me for $5. I was like, ooh, no thanks. Gotta keep going. I'm just joking with you, Gone with Kill. And never say the $5 one. Have a good night, Walking Journey. We'll catch you in the next one. Yeah, I suppose you guys are right. I mean, I don't really ever give this much thought, but I mean, yeah, probably having someone else around would be good. Someone of the opposite sex. Not my drinking buddy, like Eric, but a female. It's been a long time. Really, really fucking long time. I'm not sure I know how to. Honestly, you guys, if. I don't know. I think the whole thought of trying to date a woman or trying to hook up with a woman, as far as like getting some kind of feelings going, I think that would be really hard for me, really difficult, because I'm just not used to doing it anymore. Yeah, you should try before you get old. You're probably right. Yeah, if I don't fucking find somebody now, the older I get, I'm sure the harder it's going to get. Jimmy, I had a grandma offer me 10 back in 2011. I stopped and chatted with her and gave her 10. Told her to go home. It's too dangerous for you to be out here, but she said she needed the money. Yeah, I don't know if you heard Walking Journey. You probably are not Walking Journey, sorry, Expat. One time when I was down there in Tijuana, it was not that long ago actually. It was right after I got done talking to that cop that was tweaking. I walked like 50 feet, and some granny come around the corner, and I swear she had to be in her 70s. And she just came right to me, right to my face. She's like, "Hey, you want to go fool around?" I was like, "What?" And I was like, I can't believe I just got propositioned by this like really old grandma. And so I thought, well, that was a one-off. That'll never happen again. Then the very next day, as I was leaving, I was walking for the border, and I was almost to the gate, and there's some old lady sitting down on the curb, and she looks up at me. She's the cat call for the hookers to try and get your attention to say, "Hey, I suck your dick." Mm-hmm. You should literally just do it for sex at first. Go to some speed dating things. They have them all over the place. I've never done something like that. Get a sugar mama, older, retired woman with some cash. Honestly, I not into older women. I could get together with a woman around my age. I probably couldn't do much older than me. I don't know why. I don't know. But I prefer younger women. Not real young, but younger. I think probably all men prefer a younger woman. Well, not all. Don't knock it till you try it. Try what? I've tried just about anything. I thought about going just to help her out, but the visual in my mind made me Yeah, exactly, man. No. There's some women that you look and you see and you think, man, there is like no way I could even get my dick up for that. It's no matter how hard, I don't care how much money they offered me, I couldn't get my dick up for that. Before you know it, you'll be old, saggy ass's grandpa who needs blue balls and penis pump and that kind of stuff. Oh, hold on a second. Are you trying to say that my dick is going to stop working when I get old? Not every man's dick stops working, and I want you to know, and everybody out there, I've said this before, all my equipment works just fine. And I'm not that fucking old. Well, I guess I might be, but I'm only 51. I think I've still got quite a few good years in me. And it's not like I'm trying to rush out there and have a kid or anything. Have some sex, yeah, that'd be good, but yeah. I'm saying if you wait too long. Oh yeah, that's what I just got done agreeing with. That the older I get, the harder it's going to be to find a woman. But you know, fuck, look at me. Old dirty fat bastard hobo. I kind of put myself in a position where it's a little bit hard to find a woman. There's not many women out there that's looking for a balding old fat man who fucking lives with his friend, rents a room, and occasionally lives in his car. So yeah, so maybe once I start improving my life, my chances will improve. Your narrative in your head is not true. What? That I'm not old? That my equipment still works? Are you telling me that my dick no longer works? Is that what you're saying? Do you want to find out? I've got it right here. I can put it on camera. Oh, no. You guys haven't given me enough money yet for that. And I haven't been drinking either. Old, young, fat, thin, rich, poor, what? There are so many single women. Really, where are they? Many single moms in TJ. Now that I believe. And they're lonely. Yeah, you know, I'm sure that there's a lot of single moms in Mexico. You know, the guys leave, go to the United States, go to work. Probably a lot of guys would get the woman pregnant and then they say adios. It was nice knowing you. Thanks for emptying my sack. I would hook up with a Hispanic woman. Single moms are everywhere. I haven't been looking. Why look for a woman when today's porn is so amazing? Right on, Poon. That's right. Who needs a woman when you got you porn and a good working right hand? Yeah, I got the fucking kung fu grip. Yeah. MILF does a body good. Chatterbait. Now, I've heard about that. I'm guessing that that's like one of those webcam sites. But I've never actually been there. Nor have I ever watched any porn in my life. Not into that kind of stuff. Anyways, yeah, I would be down for hooking up with a Hispanic woman. I wouldn't care. I'm not picky. Your wife is on there? What, on Chatterbait? I don't know if you guys know Egyptian beauty, Egypt beauty. She does webcam girl stuff on my free webcams. And I think that I don't remember where it was. I watched one of her videos recently, and if you guys don't know, her and I were on Ice Poseidon's balcony together last year, and anyway, so I know her sort of. And I watched one of her videos or went to her Twitter or something, and she had a link to her website. I think it was something like egyptbeauty.com or some crap like that. And I clicked on it thinking, well, this is her streaming website. No, there she is with a dick in her mouth. And having sex, showing her boobs, and I was like, oh, ah! So, fuck. Egyptian beauty is like a nickname calling a fat guy slim. That's funny. Hello, D. Tyler Stevens. What's happening? It's quite a name you got there, D. Tyler Stevens. Nice rack, though. Laura Eclipse. Hell yes. I gotta be quite honest. I've seen Laura Eclipse in person, and she is a pretty young girl. But man, it's hard not to stare at those fucking moles on her face, man. She she has got like a huge fucking dark brown mole right here, and it's when I was looking at her and talking to her, it was like so hard for my eyes to stick on her eyes. It would just float down to like right here, and I'd be like, I mean, if you could just take an eraser and remove that, she would be great. She looked really cute, but I was just like, ruined the whole damn look for me. None of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. When she turns out the lights, and I'm sure she looks perfect to every one of us. Speaking of racks, let's have a moment of remembrance for Liv. Now that was a nice rack. I don't know if you all have seen Liv's rack, but Liv, she had a very nice set. Now that I could get into. Now that's, man, I could wake up to a set like that every day for sure. Slap that mole with your dingus. If she get fucked with a mole, she should remove them. They are huge. Reminds me of that scene in Uncle Buck. One hairy mole on the face is enough to ruin a pretty girl. It is. And it definitely did that for me too. I mean, that just ruins the whole book. Liv loves her makeup. That's exactly who we're talking about. And titas. Jimi the Hobo loves his titas. Not his... but he does love some. You pop it for her. Oh, God, that fucking grossed me out, Miles. That's fucking nasty. Licking on a mole. Oh, let me lick your mole, baby. Come here. Nasty. Chew on it. Just like rub it between your lips. Like a nipple. You guys are fucking crazy. Makes you wonder where else she has a... Yeah, that's true. She could have more. Nothing worse than going down on a chick and seeing... Oh, heavens. Oh, Lord. I don't know that I've ever had that happen to me. Go down on a girl and then just say, whoa, no, ooh, I suppose I would. Like if I went down on a girl and she was stinking or something, I'd be like, oh, no, I might have to make an exit like immediately somehow. But I've ever seen a girl with a big ass mole on her pussy. And if there's any do-gooders out there that are like, oh my God, he said pussy, I want everyone to know this is not the Disney Channel before you start complaining. Yes, we talk about sex on this channel, amongst lots of other things. So if you're looking for the Disney Channel, this is not it. Smoking hot girl, great personality, but with the smell. Ruins the whole thing. Yeah, I would have to agree with you. I had a girlfriend that had a non-hairy mole. Paid for her to get it removed. That was good investment. She went from a 6 to a solid 8.5 after that. We've all been there, boys and girls who stink down there. Yeah, I'm sure bathing helps with that. Jimmy, would you like to live with? I don't know who that is, Boondog. Dan Bilzarian sounds like an Armenian. Pretty girl with stinky feet. Sound like my young daughter, man. She used to like to go to school with no fucking socks on her feet, and she'd come home and take her shoes out and be like, holy fuck, man. Go wash them. Take those things up to the bathtub and go wash them. Tell her, fucking wear socks. It took me a long time to get her into the habit. For some reason, during junior high school, she just would not wear socks, man. And that was fucking worse. Come home, take off her shoes. Whoa! Kids' feet are stinky, strangely. Well, I think all our feet could stink at some time. What time is it? Anybody? I can't check because if I check, the stream will stop. Men are supposed to have stinky feet. Oh, no thanks. Girls that neglect hygiene a little are the freakiest in bed. They don't mind getting messy. 8:24, 8:23. All right, girls. What the fuck, D. Taylor? Jimmy used a pumice stone for his feet. Nah. No, I just take my feet to whoever and get my feet done. What's up there, Brett Spickler? Good to see you. Yeah, but I used to have some really bad feet where they're like super callous, dry, and shit like that. But after I got my surgery on my back and went one time to get my feet done with my daughters, that was it. I was sold, man. I go all the time. In fact, I don't know if I told you guys when I got that $5 haircut down Tijuana, I found a place and got a $10 pedicure. And, it's not as luxurious as you would get here in the United States, but whatever. She got the job done and sanded my feet down, all that kind of stuff. Manicure, pedicure, Brazilian waxing. No, I just wax the whole shit out. I like my stuff to be silky smooth. Alika. Sporting a hangover, drank 8 Stella last night. 8 Stella, you're a lightweight then, Brett. You gotta start drinking heavier. Your feet are too ticklish. Oh yeah, I agree. My feet get a little bit ticklish too. Sometimes those girls start rubbing the underside of your foot, and then it's like, ooh. That's Deb Stevens. How many accounts do you have, Deb? I can't keep track of you. Dan, whatever his name, has a harem of women. Armenian multi-millionaire player. Huh? Oh. All right, Brett Spickler. He's throwing jabs back at me. I'm not fascinated with my feet. Best pedicure that was in the Philippines. Yeah. What happened in the Philippines, expat? Did you get a happy ending with that pedicure? Do we have to put in a start time for your website donation thing? I'm going to donate to do a YouTube vid. You know, so here's how I feel, guys. Let's talk about hookers. Let's talk about prostitution. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about money. As you guys know, I think most of you know that I have been a libertarian for a very long time, and I do not believe that there's anything wrong with two consenting adults making a transaction between one another, even if that includes the exchange of sexual services. So honestly, I have nothing against prostitution. Now, I know that there's a lot of people that would disagree, and a lot of people believe that the women are sex slaves, which I can tell you is not true, although that definitely happens, absolutely. But there's people that are women that do that, and I suppose dudes too that are the trannies or whatever. They're doing it so that they can make a living, so that they can make some money, or that maybe that's the only way they can make money, or that's whatever. I don't care why the fuck they do it, but if they're willing to accept a certain amount of money for a certain sex act, who am I to say no? What business is of mine or anybody else's? So what about that prostitute that would kill men, Eileen? The one down in Florida, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, well, there's been plenty of people that have, plenty of men that have killed female hookers. I mean, the one furthest back that I can think of would be Jack the Ripper. He was murdering hookers, what was it, back in the 1800s? Was it 1800s? I'm pretty sure it was 1800s. But anyways, so let's ponder on that thought. Okay, I was completely joking about getting $20 donations and going and fucking a hooker every night in Tijuana to lose weight. But hey, let's think about that seriously for a minute. Who would donate to get Jimi the Hobo laid every night for $20? I could start my own porn channel, or I could start a whatchamacallit, one of them Patreons or something, where I have all the X-rated material. Why pay for sex when it's for free? Because I'd be going and fucking a different girl every night, Eddie, and that's where the content is. Different girls every night, sex, and more sex until I'm skinny. Aaron C. is beer time. Did you hear about that they found Jack the Ripper was? No, I did not hear that they know who Jack the Ripper was by DNA 100 years later. Brad MC was happening. That's right. Mary Magdalene washed Jesus' feet. Yeah, I need to move my channel to Pornhub. That's actually a really good idea, Halika. Thank you very much. So, who's game? Who's game? I'm going to open up my own Pornhub account, my own Pornhub channel. Just be a gigolo. Oh, yeah. I'm sure all the girls are going to line up and pay me, Eddie. Shit, I wish it was that easy. Shit, I wouldn't have to go and drive people around anymore and just wait for my telephone to call or ring, and I could go and have sex with women for money. Do any of the girls in TJ recognize you from YouTube? No. Would you strip for us? Yeah, I'd strip for you. When I'm doing the pornos with all the prostitutes I'd be banging every night. $20 prostitutes. Thanks a lot, Jimmy, for all the support I've given you. Why? What are you talking about, Deb? I guess she couldn't take the talk about hookers, prostitutes, sex. Maybe it was the part about licking my ass. Come on now. I did give the warning. This is not the Disney Channel. We talk about sex and all kinds of dirty subjects here. Sometimes I'm joking and sometimes I'm not. I'm actually really seriously considering that, guys. Sex with a different hooker every night until I'm skinny. Alika, $20 prostitutes are probably teethless with dingleberries. All right, here, let me tell you. Okay, I've been down there enough to know. Basically, if you, on the streets of Tijuana, if you come across a girl that is standing outside of a club or a bar or anything like that, and they're selling themselves, obviously, those girls generally are going to go for like between $20 to $30. Everything's negotiable, but yeah, I would say $20 is what you should expect to pay. But like I also mentioned earlier, that in fact there was a hooker that approached me while I was down there. A little fat round girl offered to have sex with me for $5. So you're gonna get all kinds. And like expat says, Halika, there actually are all kinds of girls down there. You will find young girls, old girls, fat girls, thin girls, big boob girls, no boobs. You get it all down there. Absolutely. But anyway, so the $20, that's what you find out on the street. Now, if you go into one of the clubs, then your prices start rising. And basically, the top selling hookers would be inside of Hong Kong Gentlemen's Club, which the hookers there, the strippers or whatever you want to call them, they're generally going to run anywhere between $80 to $120, depending upon what you negotiate with the girl. So, yeah, there's a wide range. And the girls that are in that club, definitely, they're all like 9s and 10s. The most amazing strip club I've ever seen in my life, to be quite honest. And I've been in a lot of strip clubs. I've ran strip club. But, yeah. So, yeah, we don't have to go with the $20 hookers. Bro, we can go down to Hong Kong and we can get them 9s and 10s, you guys. You know, all you got to do is kick in a little bit more money each day, get your hobo laid. You know, I'm trying to get skinny. I'm trying to get healthy. Don't you guys want to help the hobo? Don't you want to see him skinny? Don't you want to see him healthy? Don't you want to see him happy? Get his back strong. Get that six-pack going in my stomach here. Fuck yeah, man. Before you know it, I'll be a picture of health. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Deb there, Halika. I'm guessing that the talk about prostitution probably freaked her out, I guess. I don't know. It has been said by wise men that the three biggest disappointments in life are champagne, picnics, and anal sex. All right. I'm telling you, man. If I did something like that, I probably actually would have a bunch of people that would unsubscribe. Like Deb. Deb is like, oh my God. He's talking about sex with hookers. How dare he? And, I could imagine that, I know for a fact, like, I got a lot of religious people that come on my channel that they would probably take offense to things like that. Obviously, that's something that I could not put on my channel, though, because I'm sure the channel would get striked right away. Participating in prostitution, I'm sure YouTube would be like, oh my God, can't have that. But, on Pornhub, for now, downtown, what? Wrap that rascal. Oh, yeah. I would not even consider having any kind of sex with a hooker without having a condom. I mean, that would just be insanity to put your dick in a hooker without a condom on. Fuck no, man. It's like that old Eddie Murphy joke, you put your dick in and then it just explodes. No way. No thanks. Oh yeah, that is true, Halika. That she does mention her grandkids quite often. So I think she also said her retirement. So yeah, she's probably in her minimum 60s, mid 60s. I don't care. I mean, I would think that most people at that age, they would be pretty comfortable with their sexuality or other people's sexuality. But some people are not. I know some people can be like prudes their entire life, or that just goes against their religion or whatever. Condoms aren't 100% prevention. Some disease can travel through. Well, I don't know if you're wearing one of those, what do they call those, lambskin condoms? Yeah, I heard those are porous and are worth nothing, and you should never use them, but not a prophylactic condom. Also, I read on the news the other day that there is a company that is applying for, they want to get approval by the FDA. They say that they have found a cure for HIV and AIDS. But now they need to get the approval and so that they can take it to market, which I think is fucking great. Save a lot of people's lives. Girlfriend can't have babies anymore. I don't ever use a condom. Very natural, free experiences. Yeah, that's the best way to go. Going in raw, you know what I'm saying, Corinth? What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I think it was about condoms or something. Maybe I was thinking about Deb. I don't remember. I'm all fucked up now. HPV goes through the rubber. Isn't that the one that the teenagers get shots for now? Cause the HPV, isn't that the one that causes like cancer or something like that? Somebody, I see Eddie getting all upset about something with somebody. Yeah, there's a pill called Prep. What's that for? HIV/AIDS. Yeah, I heard about a pill like that. I want to say it was on Ice Poseidon stream. Actually, he stopped and got his blood checked somewhere to see if he had AIDS or something like that, and they were telling him, "Oh yeah, you can take this pill. You got to take it on a regular basis, and it will help prevent you from getting HIV or AIDS." Forget the name of that though. Didn't Michael Douglas get HPV in the throat from eating too much pussy? Yeah, I think you're right. He did get something, if I remember correctly, from going down on women too much or something like that. I went down on 23-year-old girlfriend, but don't want to on this girlfriend. Glazed donuts depend upon the girl. What, is she a big girl? You get my donation, Bald Eagle. I did not see a donation from you, and I'm not sure how you sent it. I appreciate the dono, but I'm using the YouTube app to stream right now, and if I exit out of the app, if I minimize it to go and look around, it stops the stream, so I can't look right now. But if you made one, Bald Eagle, I appreciate it. Actually, my super chat donation still showing $29. So I don't know if that's how you did it, but that hasn't changed. Kimberly, 2 words, Black VD. Never heard of Black VD. In the service, they told men if they caught it, they had to stay in the country they were in. It rots the private. Oh, I have never heard of Black VD, but it sounds pretty fucking awful. The Magic Johnson pill. Yeah, that's probably a story that they were telling these guys so that they weren't off fucking a bunch of hookers and coming back with all kinds of fucking STDs, having to go to the medic and get shots of penicillin and all that other kind of stuff. Does YouTube get 30 or 40% of your tip? I don't know exactly what it is, 30, 40%, something like that. Actually, it's in the terms and conditions. If you look it up, and I did at one time, and I want to say it was 40%, but I could be wrong. It could have changed. It could be more, it could be less now, for all I know. But yeah, they take a very, very large chunk. That's why normally when I'm streaming, I only like to do, or I would prefer donations through Streamlabs through like PayPal or directly to Streamlabs, because they take a very small percentage. They take 3%. Yeah, I've been driving for Lyft up here, and I probably will be doing that in whatchamacallit, DoorDash for a while when I end up down Tijuana. Alright, now we're getting weird. Poondog. I usually don't wear a condom as the ladies dine upon my raging womb ferret. You're creative, Poondog. I'll give you that much. Ferret. You know, you saying that, all I'm thinking of this is like this like really hairy fucking cock. A one-eyed ferret. Fucking. Oh my god, you guys are fucking. All right, well, gosh. I should probably go to bed and masturbate to hookers on Pornhub. I should go open up my channel. The Hobo and the Hookers of the World. I'm gonna be the traveling whoremonger. So anywho, all right, guys. So I'm gonna end up closing this, but yeah, I'm gonna get back. Hopefully, I'm gonna be feeling good tomorrow again. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get some streaming done somewhere at some time, some place in Los Angeles. I'm gonna be working. I need to really start socking some money away. Taking time off, lying in bed is not going to get my dreams and goals accomplished. Surely ain't gonna find me a girlfriend either. So yeah, hopefully I can get up, get my shit going tomorrow, and get back on schedule, get back to doing the things that I was doing before. What's going on there, Great Beyond? If you guys haven't seen the video that I released today, it is on my Jimi the Hobo channel. You can find a girlfriend in the alley, passed out, drunk, lying in her own barf. So, anyways, yeah, girlfriend. Maybe, guys, maybe, but I suppose it would be nice. You're in North Hollywood, Chris K? Is that what you've been trying to say? Holes in a heartbeat, Great Beyond. Holes in a heartbeat. Anyways, expat at large, I will definitely be hitting you up. I'll let you know on Monday. Monday for sure, I will know what my plan is. If in fact I'll be coming down there at that time or in the next day or whatever. But I will definitely be coming down, and my plans are not changing. I'm definitely moving to Mexico, and I will be leaving Eric and Jackie's place. 20s or younger? What are you talking about, Halika? I said I like them younger. It doesn't mean that they're in their 20s or younger than 20. I mean, obviously, let's just say you obviously couldn't go younger than 18 because then it would be rape. You said you want them young. No, that's not what I said, Halika. I said I prefer younger women, younger than me. Although, like I said, I would date a girl my age. Maybe even a little bit older, but no, I younger, yes, but 18, 20s, Might be fun for a little while, but not for a date. Fresh meat. A fluffer. You streaming from TJ next week? That's a good question. I guess that depends if I go and I open up a channel on Pornhub. Drop 10 stone, you might get a girl. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, right now I gotta pay for the girls, man. All right, guys, it's been nice chatting with you tonight. It's too bad we lost Deb, but it is what it is. Some people just can't take it. Fresh meat, probably also prefer fresh meat, unless old meat has loads of money. Absolutely, there's no doubt about that. Yeah, that in today's world, it's all about the money, I guess, for a lot of people. And I ain't got none, so I'm fucked. I've only got you guys to talk dirty to. Now I'm gonna turn out the lights, and it's gonna be just me, my phone, Pornhub, my poor right hand. I love you, baby. All right, guys, that's it. I'm out. Have a good night. I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Now, how do I turn this shit off? Bye.